Hello, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to wherever you're at. This is to be continued here with another video. Today I'm going to do a prediction between the Kamala Harris versus JD Vance election in 28. I'm doing this as the person reports out that the Democrats are kind of leaving that door open, so why not? As always, not going to explain, JD Vance, I put Marco Rubio as the VP. For Kamala Harris, I decided to put Jeff Jackson as. Here's my reasoning. I do think if Kamala does run again, she will likely work on some of those mistakes that she made. I don't think she will choose Walz at all for the VP selection. So I put Jeff Jackson, the current Attorney General of North Carolina. Reason is like she may try to go for a more younger candidate who can more or less cosplay as a moderate, and to try to balance that ticket out. Trying to get someone younger that doesn't act like weird or have any scandals like Walz had. So anyway, we'll explain my parameters. Safe is 13 to 15 points. Likely is 12 to 8 points. Lean 7 to 3 points. Tilt 2 to 0.1 points. Starting off with the safe Democrat states. So we have Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Maryland, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And that's it. Safe Republican states. Pretty much all of these. And I will say Iowa, Ohio, Florida, and Texas will be safe. I think at this point it'll solidify more towards the right. So yeah, so now starting with likely Democrat, that would be Illinois, Colorado, New York, Delaware, Rhode Island, Maine's first, and Virginia. Now, while as always explained, I don't think Virginia's going to have a flip on the presidential level for a long while. In all these other states, New York, I think Vance will keep those margins that Trump had in New York City, but also expand up into upstate. So enough to bring it down towards maybe a 10 to 9 point win. Also Colorado still, it's safe, it's on the upper level likely. The only reason why I have as upper level likely is due to these bank trends still going for the Republicans, and so that kind of keeps it down a little bit. So yeah, so moving on to the likely Republican, Arizona, Nevada, Maine second, and that is it. I think trends in Nevada will continue on. I think Arizona is most likely going to stabilize at this point. So, and we did see it was the most right-leaning swing state of this election. We went to lean Democrat. That would be New Mexico, Minnesota, Maine's at large, Nebraska second, and that's it. Obviously, I think Vance can wind up more in the rural areas of Minnesota, but you still got that Minneapolis area that I don't think will go through. And in New Mexico, still got the Albuquerque area that will not budge. You got suburban and urban whites. Those will still be a stable force for the Democratic Party. So moving on to lean Republican, that would be North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and then Michigan. North Carolina, I think he does better in the western section. Only thing that will kind of keep him down would probably be the effect of Jeff Jackson being on a ticket, being the Attorney General, but still not enough for that to be flipped. So, and in Pennsylvania and Michigan, I think Vance continues the trends in Michigan. Pennsylvania stabilizes. You see maybe a couple more counties in the Northeast flip. So yeah, and then tilt Democrat, New Jersey, New Hampshire, and then Georgia. This is my hot take, very hot take. I think this time around Kamala will do a lot better in the Atlanta suburbs, to a point where I think it will barely flip, Democrat. And then New Jersey, New Hampshire, New Jersey, it still goes trend right, but not enough to flip. But you still see the work in it. The New Hampshire, it's an anti-incumbent state. So now, moving on real quick, Wisconsin is tilt Republican. I think Vance can do enough in the driftless area to mitigate Madison and Milwaukee. So yeah, here is the election 296 to 242. Georgia flips, but it would still be a Vance probably +3 popular vote still, but and I'm also saying this from a right-wing perspective. I think if Kamala were to go back and run again, it's most likely that she will try different tactics and try to see, what works this time. But I don't think it would be enough to pull it off. With Trump it was different because it was a whole situation, but problem is she'll still kind of live under the shadow of Joe Biden and also the 24 election. So yeah, this is it. Hope you guys had a wonderful time watching this. Hit the like button, maybe subscribe, who knows, and have the rest of a good day.